Help, I need some sales advice that's going to make me better at sales. What do I need to know? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about how you can be better at sales. And here is my sales advice. Stop asking average salespeople to how to close sales. Now, the reason why I tell you this is I see this pattern with salespeople. Now, fortunately, for the last 7 years, I've been writing with somebody every day or been in front of a room, so I really get to hear what goes on in the mind and the brain of salespeople, because for me, some of it's a therapy session. I'll ask them, hey, what's going on? And so here's what happens. And like a salesperson will never really tell you this, but I know. I've heard it. I've heard it in different versions. And so what it comes down to is a brand new salesperson, that's a brand new salesperson right here, wants to learn how to sell. And there's some butterflies in the stomach. Got some butterflies. This is Scott Bell sign language for butterflies in the stomach. They have butterflies in the stomach, so what they do is they find somebody who they're not really intimidated by, they're not really scared of, and this person could be okay, could be an average salesperson, and they'll come over here and they'll be like, hey, can I ask you a question? And the salesperson will say, yeah, absolutely. And so they ask their question, whatever it may be, and they get okay advice, bad advice, horrible advice, because they're not asking the right person, right? So if I had a problem in my life, let's say I've got a problem with my eyes, I'm not going to go to some random person and say, hey, like I got problems with my eyes, what do? I'm going to go to an optometrist and say, hey, optometrist, I need your help. I'm having a problem seeing. And the optometrist is going to give me an evaluation. They're going to take a look at what's going on. They're going to, oh, well, here's what you do. Well, the same thing happens for you. If you're struggling as a salesperson, the worst thing you could do is ask an average salesperson for advice. Think about it, like they're average. You want to ask an exceptional salesperson for advice, and the way that you know that's an exceptional salesperson is you get the butterflies in the stomach. You know, you might go, oh, my heart is beating. This is Scott Bell saying language for my heart is beating. My heart is beating fast. I don't know if I want to ask that guy. I'm kind of embarrassed. I'm kind of scared. That's the guy that you ask, not the guy that you're like, hey, can I ask you a question, right? You want the person who freaks you out. Like, if I ask that guy, he might get mad at me for asking my time, but I'm gonna promise you, like, closers typically are pretty gracious people. They're not gonna, like, hey, salesperson, get out of here. If you go to somebody and you're like, look, I am really doing everything I can to be good at what I'm doing. I'm reading books. I'm going after blogs. I'm studying after hours. I'm role playing with my significant other to do sales training. I really want to be good. Like, can you help me out here? I need 2 minutes of your time. You might have to pay this person. You might have to buy them lunch. You might have to polish their shoes. Who cares? Right? You know, there's a saying, take a rich guy to lunch and then pay for it. Like, everybody's like, well, you know, why would I do that? He could buy his own. Well, you know, the reason is because you're buying some of their time. You're buying some of their knowledge. And it's funny because, like, I'll get an email from people, or they'll hit me up on the YouTube or from my website, and they're like, hey, I want some free advice. I'm like, I don't do free advice. Like, you go to my YouTube channel and check out almost 2,000 videos. You could check that out. There's plenty of free advice. So they're like, no, I want to talk to you about my specific problem. I'm like, great. Here's how much I charge per hour. Like, I don't want to pay you. Well, this doesn't make sense to me. You got free content you can go look up online, you can check it out, but now you don't want to pay me? So, like, you've got to look at it like this way. That person has put in time, effort, and energy. They're fantastic at what they do. They're exceptional at what they do. They are a closer, and you're trying to say, hey, look, I want to pick your brain and I don't want to pay you anything for it, okay? So for you as a salesperson to be exceptional, you got to stop taking sales advice from common people, you know, standard people, average people, whatever word you want to put in there. Like, you need to get the person who's, like, up here. Like, you can't even see my hand. It's past the screen. You need the person who's up here that gives you the butterflies in the stomach, that makes your heart beat, and says, hey, like I don't know how to do this. And you may have to pay for it. But stop taking advice from average salespeople, or you're going to be average. So, like, if I could think of a person that I would want to get money advice from, it'd probably be like someone like Warren Buffett. Like, somebody who's a billionaire. Jeff Bezos. Guy's a billionaire. Like, with a B. I want the top guy. I want the top guy who's way up here. I'm almost touching the ceiling. I want the top guy that has the capability of giving me the goods. I don't want the guy who's over here at the street corner, or that's a financial advisor that really doesn't have two nickels to rub together. See, like, think of it that way. Like, okay, I'm going to go talk to the sales guy who makes okay money, or I want to talk to the sales guy who makes ridiculous money. You want the guy who makes the ridiculous money, right? But you know what? You're going to have to value their time. You're going to have to take notes. Oh my goodness, I see this so much. People will say, hey, you know, I want some help. And then they show up and like, it might be an hour-long conversation. I'm like, did you bring anything to write on? No, I'll remember it all. No, you won't. No, you won't. You're not going to remember it all. You really need to take some notes. And so if you're going to ask for the help, you need to respect the person's time. You need to respect the person's time, and you need to take some notes. And then, drop them a thank you card, take them to lunch, give them an update. There you go. Stop taking advice from average salespeople. It'll help you close more deals. There you go. Now, wait, there's one thing. Like somewhere on the sides here or down in the box below, there's a subscribe button. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button. Every time I got new content that comes out, you'll get an update when you click on the bell next to it, okay? So subscribe to my channel, and every time something comes out, you'll get the update. Thanks for dropping by. We'll see you soon. Aloha.